If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option, as Sori says. $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at villageXchange@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in a Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing. But,
and it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed. A child shall lead them.
To buy our merch. All right, you guys.
Dear listener, have we got a treat
Song
for you? A treat, not a song, you weirdo.
Okay, so if you're wondering, what's going on right now is we are doing a DJ stream for Code Slammer.
Yes, sir.
But Code Slammer wanted to dedicate his entire stream to the village, and so he just let the village decide what songs they were going to choose. And so we put out a video. The comment section was where we picked the songs from, and the ones with the most likes got on our top 10 list. So we did 4 yesterday. So
yes.
Song number 5, we're going up to number 10 is the song that had the most thumbs ups on it.
The generosity of the village knows no bounds, dear listener.
Circa Survive Lustration is
Lustration from Circa Survive.
Yep, and Bob is the one that picked this. What do you say? Ackerstash? I don't know.
Yeah.
Ackerstash. Maybe it's some sort of funny mustache.
Bob Ackerstash.
He's the one that picked this song and got all the likes on it. So here we go.
Lustration, Circa Survive. Let's do it.
Sweet death will
Where's the mom?
Yeah, that's not funny. He's holding the baby?
Yeah, he's holding the baby. Where's the mom?
She died?
I think the mom
Died.
She died in childbirth?
That's what it looks like. That's the baby, I think. The shell.
Oh. Damn. Wow. That's deep.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay, so
Uh-oh.
yeah, it got suspended because we did the official video. But I'm glad we did the official video. F you, YouTube.
No, they're saying F for support.
Yeah, but Davey's saying F you, YouTube.
Oh, I see.
Just refresh it. Let us know when you guys come back.
Metal Cat still in Twitch.
This, this, dear listener, is why we don't do official videos, because
Right.
it happens this way. The stream gets blocked, that type of situation. It happens. But we had to do it for the big homie Code Slammer because he was just so generous with his thingy-majiggy. It looked like homegirl died in childbirth, but it looked like there was some. The pagans were kind of helping us out a little bit because there's some imagery in there that we probably wouldn't have been familiar with. As above, so below.
Yeah.
Right? And then
you just going to carry on even though we're still blocked?
Oh, are they back yet?
No. Well, it's still blocked over here.
BC is back with more negativity, so. Song just ended. All right, we'll just keep going. I am smiling right now. We're diehard fans. We're not going anywhere. Yeah, I think they're back. Refresh it again. See if we're back yet, inshallah.
I told them to type 1 when we get back.
Yeah, type 1 when you see us. Should be back soon, right? Isn't that usually?
Yeah, unless it's something bigger.
Let me check, see if they.
Here we go.
Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say, see if it was a copyright strike. I told you guys this is what happens when we watch.
Dwayne, I'll type 3.5 Sori, and you know why.
They're never gonna forgive you for that shit.
Oh nope. All
right, we have returned, dear listener. We have returned. Yeah, so it looks like there's some in here because it looks like there's some pagan imagery in here that we
wouldn't
like the as above so below principle, and then casting a protection spell and all that. It was the video. The video was somebody was saying the video was more interesting than the song. Good Lord, they copyrighted the hell out of that video, huh? They protected the hell out of that thing. I have to argue with YouTube to get them to lift that ban that they have on us.
I don't know. They will though. Okay.
Let's just move on to Twitch to stream. No, I don't have any more. Yeah, it looks like there was a crossing into like different universes or dimensions or whatever. It looks like she died in childbirth, but it was basically like her spirit was trying to like make it so that the baby could live, basically, and he was like trying to stab all the monsters.
I loved that part.
He was trying to protect her.
You would do that.
Yeah, I would do that. He was trying to protect her, and then she was working to protect the baby, and which was pretty beautiful. But
yeah, it was.
But I'm not. Like I said, I think that there are elements that we're not familiar with as far as like I think Michelle was saying, like she was casting a protection spell or like a protection circle. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with that terminology, but
yeah, I'm not either.
Holy smokes!
To me,
I will say that the the video was very, very impactful.
Yeah,
and
it
probably
was
one of the best videos I've seen. This is probably pretty unfair to say because we generally don't watch official videos for this reason. It was a protection spell ritual. Okay, so was all of it a protection spell ritual, or was this that part when she was doing that circle thing in the underworld to
protect the unborn child? Yeah.
Oh, that was insane.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
It really, really was. And like, I loved seeing the male-female aspects of it. Like, he was carrying her, but she was still fighting to walk herself. And then, you know, like, he got her the berries, and like what was happening to the part of her, like, inwardly or the underworld or whatever, was getting weaker and couldn't do anything. But then he gets her the berries, and as soon as she gets enough strength, she's back up again to try to get that baby to safety. Yeah. And when she brought that, like, shell, I guess, which was representative of the child, and she put it into the waters, and if you notice all the colors were bright, it was like the birthing experience. She was sending it off.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Like, I don't know if the mom was in the underworld, but the cartoon world was really interesting because it was, I don't know, more beautiful or more vibrant color-wise than the real world, but there were also monsters.
Yeah, I was going to say, everything was more intense.
There were also monsters there in that world as well. But, like, which, I don't know, maybe that's representative of what happens. Because, you know, we were just talking about this, you know, that there's a, you know, there's a spiritual component to everything that we do.
Yeah.
So we are doing something in the physical world, but we're also doing something simultaneously in the spiritual world. That we don't see or we don't recognize or we're not conscious of or we don't remember. One of those four, maybe a combination of all those four. But it's really fascinating because you know what you know, like what's his face Hoffman talks about, like and Kant talks about this too. Like, we don't see the world as it really is. We're only seeing icons of reality. Yeah. So when this woman is fighting to, you know, have the child or push this baby out or whatever, in the physical world, there's a corollary to that in the spiritual world, in the real world. And I don't know, in the story of the video, I'm not sure which world is portrayed as the real world in the video. I don't know in the universe of the video which world is supposed to be the real world.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that she lived on in that other world, but she was dead in that one.
Right. Right. Which she kind of had a victorious, sad outlook when she sent that shell off, which I'm supposing the shell is her
baby.
Is her baby. You people really think that witches are real is nuts. BC. BC. Is anything that you can't understand nuts? I don't know that I even have, or you, by the way, I don't know that any of us have a true understanding of what a witch is, quote unquote. I just know that the universe is a very, very strange place, and I know that I don't know everything. So, you know, so I'll leave you with that. The imagery. So I'm going to lean on Michelle here because she's our resident. If Sadie was here, we'd have more help. The imagery was very pagan. It was reminiscent of when Achalile's mother baptized him in the river Styx, leaving all but his heel protected. Okay, so it looks like there's some imagery that, unless you were a pagan, no.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, I would say yeah.
Okay, so lyrically,
Did it match lyrically? Because I actually didn't hear. I was just following the.
fed by hand and caught with force, our bed, sweet death will foreclose on everybody's tongues. She'll freeze and break your heart, my love who's left to console the choir.
He fed her from his hand. Oops, sorry. Fed her from his hand. Like he put the
and her
hands
love
in front of
was
her.
left to console the choir, which, you know, he was left to console the baby, basically. I don't want to be the one. I don't want to be the anchor on your chest, unkept. Have you ever been asleep? I was only keeping up to see you weep, unfold. Inside the catacomb, the marble's colder than ice. Our match is damp, lit with a separate hand. I see into your world. You make no effort to hide the tourniquet. Candles in a salt ring will dance. Whew. You don't have to repent tonight at all. Tongues will freeze and break apart, my God, who's left to concede the cross. I don't want to be the one. I don't want to be the moment you forget, unfed in the sharpening of teeth. You will have to feel the grit of the concrete vibrate. Beneath your fingernails, they'll find small pieces of stone. You'll face the sun cut with the pressure point. Inside the catacomb, the marble's colder than ice. Our match is damp, lit with a separate hand. I see into your world. You make no effort to hide the tourniquet. Candles in a salt ring will dance. You don't have to repent tonight. Stargaze in the moonlight will burn. You don't have to defend the light at all. My love who's left to cross inside the passageway. My God who's left to hold inside your precious stare. Holy smokes. Lyrically, this was pretty crazy because it looks like...
Well,
go ahead. What were you
the
saying?
name of the song. What is this word? Lustration. What does that mean?
I don't know because
Look,
it seemed like you know, I'd say illustration.
Yeah.
Like if you just put IL there, you'd see illustration. But
It says here that it's defined as the process of making something clean or pure.
Okay. Lustration. Yeah, that would make sense. Luster, you know, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But lyrically, good Lord. This girl could write her ass off.
Yeah. It sounds like crazy. I just don't like understand a lot of it. I don't understand any of it really. Like every time I feel like I get a grasp on what they're talking about, then the next line makes me think I don't have a clue.
It looks like they're and obviously the video has a lot to do with my interpretation.
Yeah.
But it appears that it might even be that they're coming from two different religions almost, because she says right here, our match is damp, lit with a separate hand. Mm-hmm. So I see into your world. You make no effort to hide the tourniquet. So it just looks like there's something about them that's different, that they have different perspectives on things, but they're trying to work it out. That's what she says, you have nothing to repent for, whatever.
Oh, the one that can see into the other one's world says you have nothing to repent for?
Yeah, it looks like is what it looks like.
I wonder what candles in a salt ring will dance. That's going to be some kind of pagan thing too that we don't know what it is.
Yeah, and then the cross is also mentioned.
Yeah, but did that mean cross as in cross? Or my God who's left to concede the cross? At the end she said something right there. My love who's left to cross inside the passageway. Maybe it's like the crossover, not necessarily like the Christian cross.
Well, my God who's left to concede she connects God and the cross in that line.
My love who's left to cross inside the passageway. My God who's left to hold.
That's later on in the song, but here it says tongues will freeze and break apart. Mm-hmm. My God who's left to concede the cross. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I understand what you're saying about the second use of it, but the first use of it is connected to God, obviously. God concedes the cross. So the song is extremely, extremely complex in my opinion. And M. Death fan says, as wide as an ocean and deep as a puddle. I think you're wrong, my guy. I think you're wrong. Inside the catacomb, the marble's colder than ice. So, in the song, in my opinion, in the video, the catacomb would be the womb itself.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the marble's cold as ice would be the fact that she was dying. But that's the worst irony of all time, man. To fucking die in childbirth. Holy shit, that's a cruel reality of human existence, which a lot of, you know, until the advent of modern medicine and basic things like understanding bacteria and all those types of things, it was extremely common for women to die in childbirth.
Goth mama, stay. Don't worry about being dark. Just stay.
Or it was common for, I mean, it's metal. I mean, we're all dark. What the hell? Or it was common for the child to die in childbirth. You see what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So that's a deep video, man.
Mm-hmm. I loved the video.
I don't want to be the one. I don't want to be the anchor on your chest. Have you ever been asleep? I was the only one keeping you. I was only keeping up to see you weep. See, this is like the complexity of relationships as well, man. Like, you don't want to be the one to hurt that person, but presumably you're the one that has the most potential to hurt that person.
Yep.
Because you're the closest to them. Like, the only people that can truly hurt you are the people closest to you, which obviously would be the ultimate, you know, dying in childbirth would be the ultimate sort of version of that, because like physically the child is literally the closest thing to the parent, and that's the thing that causes her the most pain in that moment. Whether or not both people live, that's just a fact of reality, that the child is the closest thing to them, which also causes them the most pain. So I don't even know if like the dying in childbirth thing was a metaphor for something, but the three of them were together throughout the video, which is kind of an emotional video, man. Just because me being the guy, you know, and seeing you, you know, deliver the kids, and it is interesting. And we were talking about this a little bit a couple days ago in the video. In the video, you were having it's a pretty emotional video, you know, which got blocked. So you guys will never see it again. Well, you can watch it on Twitter, but like you were talking about, and I was saying that like you went someplace else in Reza's birth, like you were, and I just thought they did a really good job of illustrating that in this video, where the mom was in the spiritual world doing a lot of really spiritual shit. Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like, and so she was out there busily making sure she was, and he was doing his part too. I mean, he was killing the monsters.
Yeah. Well, at first he had like these goggles on, and then he ended up like the trees were like really like reaching up. It was getting really intense, and then he took the goggles off, and then that's when he grabbed the stick and he started stabbing the ground. And to me, that was like a transitional moment. Like maybe he didn't believe what she saw and the way that she saw the world. And it was at that point that all of a sudden he was like, well, wait a minute, that's not normal with these trees reaching out to them. And then he just does the only thing that he knows how to do. He's gonna go like, he's gonna use his strength to try to fix the situation. And then that's when he starts stabbing to the ground, and he's seeing evidence as he pulls it out that he is actually hitting something. He is doing something, yeah. And she's still doing her own fight and her own struggle, and he's jumping in where he can, and they work together. And he's focused on making sure that her and the baby are protected. And she looks like fighting like hell to get that baby birthed safely as well. Yeah. But everybody has the same goal, you know?
Yeah. Really great song. I mean, I loved the song. I loved the video even more. What'd you get the song? Or the experience?
The whole experience.
When we get to watch the entire video together.
9.4.
I've been very stringent with my grading recently. I'm going to give this a solid 9. Whoever did this video, I want to reach out to them and say, we want you to do our video.
Yeah. Yes,
Because,
please do. Please reach out to us. vinandsori@gmail.com.
Yeah. You may be watching it. I really want that person to do our videos because it's legit. Okay. There you are, dear listener. We got more songs coming for you after the commercial break. Having said that, dear listener, Vin out.
Sori out.
Go!